A dimly lit suburban living room. Curtains flutter at an open window. Mrs. Harris clutches a cordless phone, peering through her window at the Johnson house across the street. A single light glows in the Johnsons' kitchen. Yes, 911, it's the Johnson house on Maple Street. There's a light on, but no one's answering the door. I heard a scream, I swear it. Please send someone. The operator's voice crackles, calm but urgent. Mrs. Harris's eyes stay fixed on the glowing window, her breath uneven. A quiet suburban street in Maplewood, Indiana. Neat lawns, American flags, kids' bikes leaning against garages. A mailman waves to a jogger. The Johnson house, white with blue shutters, stands out too still. A police car pulls up silently. Maplewood, Indiana, the kind of town you drive past and forget, where crime's just a story on TV, until last night. Two officers step out, exchanging wary glances. They approach the front door, hands on holsters. The front door creaks open. Officer Daniels and Officer Lucy step inside. The kitchen is a wreck, overturned chairs, blood on the linoleum. Rebecca Johnson, 42, kind-faced art teacher, lies lifeless, clutching a shattered coffee mug. Jesus, looks like a war zone. They move upstairs. In the hallway, Mark Johnson is slumped against the wall, bloodied, signs of a struggle. A teenage girl's bedroom door hangs open, empty. Emily's gone, no sign of her. Daniels notices a muddy boot print, size 11, stark against the hardwood. He kneels, frowning. This ain't Mark's, too big. Police tape surrounds the Johnson house. NEIGHBORS cluster, whispering. A detective, 50s, tired, notepad in hand, interviews Mrs. Harris. They were good people. Rebecca taught my grandson art. Mark fixed my car once. And Emily, that girl's smile lit up the church choir. Anyone unusual around lately? Well, there was that boy at the school. Got expelled for fighting. Saw him near the Johnsons last week. A young neighbor pipes up, mentioning Mark's coworker who argued with him over a promotion. Suspicion spreads like wildfire. Detective Carter stares at a bagged cell phone on a table. A tech officer pulls up Emily's last text, time-stamped 11:47 p.m. Don't tell Dad, I think he's here. Who's he? Boyfriend, stalker? The tech officer shrugs. Carter's jaw tightens. Where are you, Emily? Carter and Lucy huddle over a grainy security monitor. The footage shows a dark SUV pulling up to the Johnson house at 11:30. A young man, 19, lanky college freshman, gets out, hesitates, then approaches the house. Moments later, a taller figure in a hood slips through the front door. That's not the same guy. Two people, one's our killer. They freeze the frame on the hooded figure, his face obscured. Jason, 19, Emily's boyfriend, nervous but earnest, sits across from Carter. His hands fidget. I swear I didn't go inside. I was gonna sneak in to see Emily, but I saw someone else. Tall, broad, wearing a hood. He went in and I got scared. I left. You expect me to believe you just left your girlfriend with a stranger in her house? I didn't know, I thought. Maybe it was her uncle or something. Carter's eyes narrow at uncle. He scribbles Daniel Johnson on his notepad. A dank, dimly lit basement with cracked concrete walls. Emily Johnson sits on a cot, her wrists bound with rope. Footsteps creak above. The door swings open, revealing Daniel Johnson holding a flashlight. He descends, his expression a mix of rage and desperation. You shouldn't have seen, Emily. None of this was supposed to happen. Emily shrinks back, her voice barely a whisper. Daniel, why? Why my parents? Daniel paces, clutching the flashlight like a weapon. That land was mine. Mark took everything, Dad's favor, the inheritance. I had to make it right. A sudden crash from upstairs. Daniel freezes, turning toward the sound. The basement door bursts open again. Detective Carter and two officers storm in, guns drawn. "Drop it, Daniel, it's over." Daniel raises the flashlight, hesitating. A second figure emerges from the shadows behind Emily, a woman, Rebecca Johnson, alive, bruised but alive. She cuts Emily's ropes with a hidden knife. "Run, Emily." The officers hesitate, stunned. Daniel spins, realizing the trap, as Rebecca reveals a recording device taped to her chest, evidence of Daniel's confession. "You set me up." Gunfire erupts as Carter tackles Daniel. Emily and Rebecca scramble toward the officers, the basement descending into chaos. The first light of dawn bathes Maple Street in a golden hue. Police cars line the road, their lights off. Neighbors gather, whispering, as Emily and Rebecca stand together, wrapped in blankets. Rebecca's face is etched with grief but resolute. Mark Johnson limps out of an ambulance, reuniting with his family in a tearful embrace. In the end, the Johnson family survived the nightmare, but at a cost. The quiet of Maplewood was shattered, revealing truths no one could unsee. A news van pulls up. A reporter approaches, microphone outstretched. "Mrs. Johnson, how does it feel to be alive after everyone thought you were dead?" Rebecca steps forward, her voice steady, powerful. "It feels like a second chance, but Daniel didn't just try to kill us. He killed the illusion of our perfect family. We'll rebuild, not for him, but for each other, and for the town that stood by us." The camera pans to Emily, her eyes fierce, holding her father's hand. The crowd falls silent, moved by her strength. In the distance, the Johnson house stands empty, its new paint a stark contrast to the shadows it once held. Justice was served. Daniel Johnson was sentenced to life, but the scars remain, a reminder that even in the quietest places, resilience can rise from the ashes. The screen fades to black as a single tear rolls down Emily's cheek, a symbol of both loss and hope.